Hello, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz, and here's little Minnie in her box bed. Today is Holiday Fit Day 7 and it's a recovery day. So we're going to just do a nice stretch workout, trying not to have any burn whatsoever, just a nice feel-good flow with mostly stretching and a little bit of just waking up and loosening all those tired muscles from a whole week worth of hard workouts. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. So we're going to be using a band if you have it, just to have some tension against while we stretch. I've tied a loop in one side because we will also be using it around our foot to do some stretches later on. If you don't have a band, you could even hold on to maybe a towel or a belt so that you just have that same sort of width. I've also got a Pilates ball, not a Pilates ball, a Fitball, which you don't once again need one, but it's good to kind of have it to do a few stretches on with a bit more elevation. If you don't have a ball, you could probably do some of the stretches using maybe a step or even using the seat of a chair. We're going to get straight into it. May as well start with holding onto our band. So coming to the center of our space, and we're just going to start rotating really gently through the body. Rotating our arms almost in a figure eight and just picking up through our legs, staying really nice and upright. I want you to lean slightly to the side, but then also kind of lean back a little bit. So we're just trying to get into all the different angles, articulating through the spine. Just 4 more like this. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to start kind of rolling and leaning into it more. So we're kind of doing the same thing, a figure eight motion, picking up our heels, trying to keep our legs relatively straight so that we're getting into those hamstrings a bit as well. And we're just bending, allowing our spine to fully curve down, around and around. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we want a nice wide stance, and we're just going to arc over and over, doing side lunges. So you don't have to have a lot of tension on this band. It's really just there to help you keep your arms at the same distance. And you're lunging. I want you to think more about the stretch in the straightening leg and the stretch in the side body as you lean to the side. Over and over. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to arc all the way around. You might want to tighten up your stance on that band. Arc all the way around and back up, same direction. So I'm keeping my legs pretty straight, and that's giving me more of a hamstring stretch, but if you prefer, you can bend a little bit here. 1 more in this direction, and up, and now just go the other way, rolling down and up. At the top there, try to bring your arms slightly behind your head so you're stretching through your chest, down and up. 1 more time, down and up. Now I want you to come straight down. Just hang here for a while. If you can bring your arms through your legs and just pulse down and push those hands to the back. Push and push, trying to keep those legs straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to come up and slowly roll up. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your arms overhead and come down. And I really want you to push your shoulder blades together and up and lean side and other side. We're going to articulate down again. So come all the way down with that spine. Hang here for a second. Push to the back. 2, 3, and 4. Now roll all the way up through the spine. Arms are overhead. Lean to the side. Lean to the side, come down and squeeze those shoulder blades, and up. And now we're going to come down, but we're going to roll down to our legs on one side. So roll down all the way. If you can put your hands on the ground, that's great. If not, you don't need to. And now roll all the way up. And now just bend to the back, allowing that arm to kind of bend backwards and come up. Got my hair in my face, and we're going to do that to the other side. So we're just going to roll down. Hang out here for a second. You can let your arms hang, whatever you want to do. Just wanting to stretch into that spine and into those legs. Then roll up, really articulate through the spine. Come up, and now bend to the back. You're almost just letting your body kind of flop to the back. And now we're going to do the same thing, flopping to the side and flopping to the side. So I want you to pretend you're a rag doll, or you're a towel and you've been put on a towel rack and you're just going to flop there. And to the other side. One more time each side. And other way. Now can you come from up here all the way down, twist your hands and bring your hands behind and up. Then twist your hands again and come all the way up. Bring it down in front, come overhead, come down, twist your hands and push up behind you. Twist your hands back all the way up and down. Keep going with that. Up, all the way behind, come down and twist your palms to the back. Push up behind you. Twist your palms back and all the way over. That should feel so good on your chest, on the sides of your chest where it meets your armpits. All the way back, twist your palms to the back and up. Twist your palms back and all the way front. Roll those shoulders, just rotate really nice and loose and let your arms just swing. You don't have to have much tension on that band. Swing and swing. Swing and swing. Start picking up that leg at the back. Doesn't have to be a high raise. It's just to give you a little bit more momentum. Swing and swing. Just go for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We're going back down into this side lunge position we were in before. And we're going to come down and chop across and come up. So chop across, leaning further into that lunge and just bringing those arms up so you feel twisting through your waist. Go for 4 more like this. 3. Should be a nice stretch on that opposite leg. And 1. Now I want you to anchor the band. You can really loosen up on that band. And just stretch up and back. Then release. Deep breath in. Breathe out and stretch up and back. Release. Deep breath in. Breathe out and up and back. One more time. Release. Deep breath in. And breathe out. Up and back. Nice job. Come to the center and just go side to side, sitting into that. Side to side. That should feel really good. Side to side. Last time. Now come to this side and we're going to do that same motion where you come a bit lower and just allow your arms to swing all the way up. All the way up, all the way up. 2 more, really stretch the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Last one, all the way up. Now anchor that hand, maybe loosen your band. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, rotate up. Squeeze that shoulder blade, come back down. Deep breath in. Breathe out and rotate up. Come back down, deep breath in, and really squeeze your shoulder blade at the top. Last time, deep breath in. And all the way up. Nice job. Now come back into the center. We're going to start picking up our foot, flexing and picking up. So we're going to deepen that stretch a little bit. Flex and across, flex and across. Now can you come all the way down? Help yourself up in the center. All the way across. Help yourself up. If you can keep your heel down here, that's ideal because you're stretching your calf at the same time. But it depends on how tight you are there. Sometimes some people can't do that, which is fine. Okay, stay on this side. Now can you sit all the way down on your butt? You're trying to keep your heel really close. This leg is nice and straight and flexed. Can you bring your arm behind? And if you want to, interlace and grab onto that hand. Now, if you're not there yet, then just kind of sit upright or maybe just push against your leg. We're trying to open up through our hips and trying to get, if you can get that arm, trying to open up through our chest and squeeze into that shoulder too. Deep breath. One more deep breath. Nice job. We're going to come up on this toe. So I want you to keep this leg straight and come up on this toe and then release back down. You're coming up and you're releasing back down. You're coming up. This other leg's going to slide. One more time, up. Now from here, plant that foot. It's like a bit more than a 90-degree angle. We're going to come up and come back down. So your weight is over this leg. You're coming up, stretching your butt diagonally back and coming down. One more time. Come up and come down. Nice job. Widen your stance. Come over to the other side. Flex that foot. And now we're on this side and we're going to sit all the way down. If you can, interlace behind and hold on to your fingertips. Otherwise, just here and push against that hand. Try to keep this leg nice and straight and flex your foot. Deep breaths here. One more time. Nice job. We're going to come up onto this tippy toe and then back down. So we're going to come up. Just use your hands to help you out and come back down. So your heel doesn't have to come all the way down. If you can't do, that's fine. It's just trying to stretch through that Achilles and down. Now we're coming up again and we're going to bend this leg so we're really nice and wide, and we're going to come up, push your butt diagonally back, come back down. The weight is mainly over this leg. Come back up, stretch and push. Come back down. One more time. Come back up, stretch and push. Widen your stance and come into a really nice wide plie position. So you don't have to be really low here, but I want your legs to be as turned out as you possibly can. We're going to start with our hands on our thighs and we're going to push as we bring our shoulder to the center. Push against that thigh. Push it to the back. Every time you rotate, breathe out and push. And push all the way back, feeling those inner thighs stretching, feeling the entire arm and shoulder stretching. One more time each way. And last one. Now we're going to stay on this side. We're going to straighten this leg and we're just going to push into this side. Really push. Push. If you want to put your hand down, if you can, do that. So push into that. Feels good. And now straighten the other side. Come to this side and blow out all the air and really push into that. opening up through the inner thigh. Nice job. Come up and just shake your bum, shake your legs a little bit. Wiggle, 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 shake, shake, shake. Let some of that tension come out. Come back into that wide plie position. We're going to actually come all the way down now if you can. So wide, if you can keep your heels down, good. If not, then just keep them up a little bit. I'm going to use my elbows against the inside of my thighs and push back. Try and stay really upright and just use your strong arms to push into those legs. You're opening up through those hips. So good for mobility. Push into that. Opening, stretching. Nice job. Now can you come closer together? Bring your heels together and you open like almost like a little frog. I don't know if frogs sit like this. And we're going to do the same thing again. So can you try and keep your heels together? Get your legs out as far back as possible and just push. Use your forearms to push. You can slightly lean forward so you're leaning into your arms. I know the balance is probably a bit difficult here, but it's a deeper, lower stretch for those inner thighs. It's also a groin stretch if you hadn't noticed. Okay, we're going to take this deeper. So one leg is going to come down. This one is still going to be up on the tippy toe, and now I want you to really push back, grab onto the ground behind the foot so you can open up even more. That should really feel like a straining stretch, like obviously not hurting yourself, but it should be making you feel like you're stretching beyond where you usually stretch. Oh, that feels actually very nice. Okay, we're going to change it up, other side. So your foot is as turned out as possible. See how my knee is pretty much pointing to the wall? That's your starting point. Then you're going to ram your arm, almost like try and push your leg back. Grab onto the floor to give you traction and push. You can sit all the way down on this leg. It doesn't matter so much what you do on this leg, but just lean forward and push with your elbow. So my leg is past horizontal, so it's further back than my hip line now, and I can really feel that stretch. Amazing job. Okay, while we're down here, we're going to stretch out our Achilles. So come into this kneeling position, and I want you to lean all your weight on this thigh. So kind of center it in between your chest, and if you've got something to hold on to, like carpet, grab it and pull yourself forward. Most importantly, keep this heel flat. Even if you have to be here in order to keep your heel flat, that's the point of it, to feel stretch all the way down your calf. If you can come forward like this and grab on, keeping your heel flat. Deep breaths, and every time you breathe out, push a little more. Nice job. Now can you bring your heel down? Bring your heel down, grab onto your foot so that you're pushing your foot up, and now lean forward. So you're pulling up that foot as much as you can. You're then using your chest to lean forward. Just slightly different way of stretching that Achilles tendon especially. Nice job. Put that down. We're just going to do a few flexibility things for our feet. So I want you to stay in this position and then come up all the way, the highest tippy toe, and then lean a little bit and put some weight on that. So now try to think about putting your weight evenly across all of your toes. Okay, try not to kind of sickle out or in. And then lean your chest on there and come back down. So you're using the weight of your upper body to come up, all the way, leaning a little bit. Use your hands to help you not wobble, and then come back down. So you're coming down against resistance because your chest is pushing on that leg. Come back up. That feels good. And down. Nice job. Okay, we're going to the other side. So bring your leg like kneeling on one side. Deep breath in, center your thigh, and then push and just hold onto the carpet or whatever you've got and just pull yourself a bit forward so that you're pressing, creating resistance to stretch further. You can release a bit, deep breath in. And as you blow out, maybe you can stretch just a tiny bit further. So good. Now, can you bring your heel into that mat and hold onto your foot? Just pull up and then lean. The main focus is the pulling up and then lean slightly forward. It's not as intense as the one we did with the flat foot, but it's stretching it a slightly different way. You can kind of rock a little bit if you want. Just maintain that pull up. Okay, now we're gonna lean your chest on here and come all the way up. I want you to be on the absolute highest stiletto that you can create, and I really want you to think about distributing your weight evenly across all the 4 toes. Your ankles should be nice and straight. And then lean forward, lean your chest onto that leg and come down. There might be some cracking going on. And come up. Come down. One more time up. You really need to lean on here to create that extra resistance. And come down. Okay, now we're going to sit down in a straddle position, and you can grab your band again. Now you want to be sitting wide enough so you do feel a bit of a stretch in here. But we're going to start off a little bit more with upper body, and then we're going to move into deeper stretches for the inner thighs. So just grab your band and we're just going to go forward and up like a little wave. Lean forward and up. So as you come forward, you're going to feel your inner thighs stretching a little bit more. Forward and forward and up. Last time in the center. Forward and up. Now we're going to angle it over our leg. Come up and then roll down and up. Feeling some hamstring here. Doesn't matter if you point or flex your foot. One more time this side. Forward and up, and we're going to angle to the other side. Keep breathing here. Forward and up. You really want to kind of arc back with your spine on the top there. Forward and up. Nice job. So widen your band a little bit. We're just going to come side to side again. You can even let your elbow bend as it comes overhead. And up. And we're going to rotate like a figure 8 again, similar to what we did standing. And up. Now stay here. Anchor your hand behind your leg, and we're going to do that same pulling up and behind your head so that you stretch your chest and come back down. So your whole body is moving, not just your arm. Your whole body tips up You push your chest through, squeeze your shoulder blades, and come down. And it's blow out all that air. So you stretch further behind each time. And come down. One more time. Really stretch further behind. Now pick up this arm, stretch back and up. I've got to move a little bit because I'm hitting something behind there. Back and up. So you're just coming down, stretching through the shoulders, and then up. And up. That's it. Anchor your hand by the other foot. Deep breath in. And on the out, stretch behind your head. And come back down. Your whole body is tipping and stretching. And come back down. And all the way up. Stretch, stretch. And down. One more time. And all the way up. Now come up. And I want you to stay behind and just tap your hand down. You're slightly leaning back. You're arching through the spine, pushing your chest forward and back. Back and back. Now start to rotate up and up, tap down, across, across, up and up, tap down, across, up and up, tap down. Last time, and in the center, other way, cross, up and up. It's down and up and up, down, up and up. Last time, and it's up. Nice job. Okay, so you don't need your band for now. We're going to do a little bit more stretching for the inner thighs. I want you to come into your widest stance, depending on how flexible you are. You do you. It doesn't matter if you are nowhere near as wide as me. From here, I want you to just rock forward, and I want you to push. Try to push your inner thighs forward. Try to wrap your knees slightly back, and try to wrap your feet back. So you're pulling yourself with your hands. You're pushing your feet and your knees back and wrapping your inner thighs forward. Just a few more like this. 2 and 1. Now, if you can, I want you to come all the way down onto your forearms. Try to keep your feet flexed and still think, turn your knees to the back. Flex your feet, turn your feet to the back, wrap your inner thighs forward. Every time you breathe out, think about stretching a little more. Now, if you can come even further down, you can bring your arms further out. You can come to your low point, maybe tap your head down. Just come to your low point as long as you feel the stretch. Okay, walk yourself back up. We're going to come into a frog stretch. So I want you to come into a really wide kneeling position. And we're going to try and bring our legs out a little bit. Come forward as if you're about to do a push-up, and then just let your legs drop open. Okay, so you're holding yourself up. Let your legs drop open. Feeling that inner thigh stretch in a slightly different way. And if you feel comfortable, you can come down onto your forearms. And this should be a little bit painful, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty sore stretching in this way, but The more you do it, the more your body will get used to it and the more flexible you will become. We're going to leave one leg where it is, leave this leg where it is, and the other side we're going to straighten out. So this should feel a lot more comfortable. But what we're going to do is straighten our arms up and push our body up, and maybe walk your foot out more so it's more 90 degrees. So this is a great stretch for the hips. And then we're going to switch it up. So straighten the front leg, back leg is in a 90-degree angle. Really try to push your inner thigh down towards the mat on that bent leg, and then just push yourself up, and you should feel a nice stretch through your hips, a bit of inner thigh. Come back down. We're going to go into a pigeon stretch, so your belly button's going to line up with your knee. The other leg is going to stay straight, and then you're going to come down over that knee. So we're changing the emphasis to stretching the glute, the outside of the glute, as well as a bit of hip. If this is too much for you, you can be up here. As long as you feel the outside of this leg stretching, you can stay wherever you feel that stretch. This is the sort of stretch you can hold in front of the TV. It's just so beneficial because it really gets deep into that glute, and we use the glutes so much and they need extra love, extra stretching sometimes. Nice job. Now just switch it up. Other leg in line with the belly button. Try to come down with a flat back. Doesn't matter so much where you put this foot. It's more intense the further up your foot is. But if it's detracting from the stretch because it's too painful, there's no point bringing your foot right up. Just sitting in that for a while, breathing deeply. Every time you breathe out, think about pushing a little further. Amazing job. Let's lie down on our tummies. Bring our arms in front. Just let your legs relax a little bit. Maybe shake, shake, shake. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, push up. So I really want you to push up to your high point. You're anchoring your hips, and you should feel this through the front of your belly, stretching your abs. Nice job. Come back down. Now grab your band, and the part where I said put a loop in it, loop it around your foot. Now if this is too uncoordinated for you to try and get the loop on here, like I'm actually struggling, then just sit up and do it. I'm just trying my hardest to like not have to get up, but I really should, shouldn't I? Oh my goodness. I can't even get it on. Okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend it was graceful. Okay, so we're going to bring this band in, and we're going to use it to stretch our quad. So you're going to hold it in and now lift your thigh off the mat. So you're trying to bring your heel to your glute, lift your thigh off your mat. Really pull on that band. Keep your leg really parallel, so don't allow your knee to turn out. Keep it underneath you in line with the hip, and just pull, pull, pull. The higher you lift your thigh, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Now, can you grab on with one hand and lift higher. Or maybe both. Lift higher. Really get that thigh off the mat. Nice job. We're going to continue that same stretch, but we're going to lie on our side and we're going to stretch it in. This time I want you to push your hip forward, bring your heel right into your glute, hang on to that band. And then release that, and we're going to lie down on our backs. Maybe straighten your loop. Maybe straighten your other leg, depends if you want it up or down, doesn't matter, and then just pull that in. You can point or flex here. The main purpose is just to keep that leg straight behind the knee. So just bring it in until it stays straight, don't kind of bend it in, and really push up against the band with your heel, and you'll feel that hamstring stretching. Now I want you to bring it across the body. This is quite painful, you don't have to pull as hard. Bring it across the center line, but keeping the knee facing you. You can pull in a little bit, but don't overdo it, just as long as you keep your legs straight. This one's really painful for me. And now just pull out. So I want you to pull in and then down, and then pull your band towards your body. Nice job. And then just cross your knees over. You don't need to hold onto the band. Grab onto your ankles and pull in. And then bring that knee to the front and look to the back. And open out this knee and let your hips drop open. Relax through that side. While we're here, we're going to switch up the band and we're going to reverse the order. So just bring your leg down, open that up. Then bring your knee across and look in the opposite direction. Really nice spinal rotation. Then cross your legs, bring it in, grab onto where you can. Could be your feet, could be up here, up to you, as long as you can pull your heels in and down. Now grab onto the band and we're going to come down to the side. Really grab onto the band and pull in towards your body. Keep the legs straight. Then come up to the center and come across the center line to the back. Really feeling it all the way up, down the outside of that leg. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Keep it straight. You don't have to pull hard here. And now center it and then bring it in. Nice job. I'm just going to switch to the other side. So we're bringing our heel in. Really pull on that. And then push your hip to the front, bring your heel in, and stretch against that band. Ah, feels so good. And now come back onto your tummy. Hold on to that band. We're going to start with the low one, so just grab it and lift your thigh. Keep everything parallel, heel to the butt. And then if you can, bring it up higher. Maybe use both hands and really lift that leg up. Should feel a nice stretch through the hip flexor. And release. And just come into a child's pose. Okay, weave your hand under, palm is up. Keep yourself really central and then just let your weight of your body press gently on that arm to increase the stretch in the shoulder. Now other direction, palm is down. Twist your body slightly to the front, push down, trying to get your shoulder down towards that mat. Other direction, palm is up, weave it under, but keep your chest nice and straight and press down lightly. You don't have to press too hard, you're going to feel that stretch in the outside of the shoulder. Then palm to the side, press your palm into the ground, push your shoulder towards the mat. Nice job. Bring your knees together, your arms to the front, and now sit back, diagonally back, and try to claw into the carpet or your mat to really stretch your side body. You can get rid of that band, and we're going to sit the other way. So we're sitting in opposition, grabbing on, really stretching all the way down the side body. Amazing job. Now grab your ball if you have it. And we're going to do a few stretches using the ball. First of all, let's just do a child's pose using the ball. We've got an extra range of motion that feels really good. So just roll out and push your shoulders down. Your head is in between your arms and you're just going to hang here. Now roll it in and really curve your spine to the back, and then back out, push down. Now take the front arm off and roll forward so your arm is diagonally forward and you're pushing down. A deeper stretch for your entire arm. Put the other arm on and roll diagonally to the side. Deep stretch. Now we're going to use this to help us balance a little bit. Come up into a runner's lunge. You can put your elbows on that ball and I want you to really lean forward. If you can't be this low, that's fine, just stay up here. I'm trying to stretch the back hip, okay? So really stretch into the back hip. Now we're going to come back into a hamstring stretch. Drop your weight onto that ball. And we're going to alternate between the two. We're going to roll forward, stretch, come back, stretch, roll forward, stretch, come back, stretch. One more time. And come back, Now move the ball to the side. You want to come down next to this foot on the inside. So come down next to this foot. Now push your hand into the ball and rotate your shoulder down. Breathe. This is an intense shoulder stretch and everything else. Okay, roll the ball in, push up off this hand, and we're doing it to the other side. So, put your leg next to your ball, push your ball in front of you, and I want a really wide stretch. You can put your elbows on your ball if you prefer your hands on your ball and a bit more upright. That's fine. I just want you to feel the stretch in the hip flexor of the back leg. Intense stretch. Now roll it back. Feeling the hamstring. And come forward. And alternate. And forward. One more time back. And forward. Now put the ball to the side. And if you can't bring your elbow down, just stay here. If you can bring your elbow down, bring it down. Push your hand into the ball and twist your shoulder towards the front. If you're up here, you're twisting your shoulder to the front, keeping that nice wide stance in your legs. Oh my goodness, that one's so intense. Can hardly even breathe or speak. Okay, let's just come into toes together and just ease that up for a second. Get some life back in there. Oh my goodness, how can stretching be so hard? Especially if you don't do it often enough. Okay, we're just going to release by laying on the ball. Hopefully you have a ball because you can't really do this any other way. You're just going to come on top of your ball and hang over the ball. So you can put your knees down and just hang over the ball. You can rest your head on the ball. Then we're going to roll further forward, put our head on our arms, and just let your legs be heavy and relax here. Now rock side to side with those hips slightly. Just letting everything release and hang. Nice job. Roll it back. Come into a cross-legged position. And we're just going to use that ball to lean to the side and to the side. Again. And side. And can you lean the back a little bit, arching. And then forward and tap around your spine, overhead, and down. Roll to the side and stretch, other side and stretch. Roll it behind and behind. Now leave your ball, we don't need that anymore. We're going to do a final little thing. So we're going to stretch our feet a little bit, because whoever stretches their feet, we're going to grab our band, put it around one foot. I want it around the ball of the foot, and we're just going to press into that band. So you're pressing in. pressing in and stretching against that resistance. Press in. One more. And now come into a kneeling position, and we're going to come onto our toes like this and just very lightly put pressure on that. So you feel the front of your foot stretching. Should feel quite intense. You can even just come down here and then slowly pick up your knee. This might be enough if you want to bring it forward more. Such a good stretch. Need to do it way more often. Nice job. Let's do that to the other side. Grab the band and push. Push in with the ball of your foot. Push against it. Keep your legs straight. Push and push. Last time, press, press, press. And then come into a kneeling position. You can either stay down here and just pull up, or you can bring your foot further forward and just pull up. You don't need to apply a lot of pressure here. Literally just sitting like this and pulling up a little bit, you're going to feel the stretch in those feet. Nice job. Okay, and since we did it to our feet, let's do it to our hands. Face your fingertips towards you and then just put pressure. Stretching up your entire arm. And then we're going to rotate that. Now this is not going to need a lot of pressure. Oh my goodness. Just push your hands into the mat. Nice job. Can we make fists and articulate down and up? Forward all the way, tap, down and back. Forward all the way, tap, down and back. One more time. And back. Nice job. Okay, sit cross-legged. We're near the end, people. Just lean your head side to side. And side. Press away. And side. Press away. And now tip your head diagonally down to the center. Diagonal other way. Side. Back. And back. Now circle all the way around. One more time. And circle the other way around. One more time. Roll your shoulders. Roll to the front. Let your arms loose. Cross over. Maybe bring your legs up, cross over, and sit back. Really round through the spine. Come up. Cross your hands the other way. Round, round, round. Open up through the shoulder blades. Deep breath in. Pour the air out, turn to the back. Deep breath in. All the way to the back. And that is it. Thanks so much for joining me for Holiday Fit Day 7 recovery. Beautiful stretch. Lots of really lengthening moves there. Hopefully that will get you set up for another hard week of workouts. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.